Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Wow, it's been a minute since I actually said that. Okay, let's start off with Hope, Steffi, and Carter. Now, I've been wondering, why does Steffi just not go afterwards, right? She did sit there and say that the jet she tried to take afterwards was booked, right? And then she was like, well, she missed the meeting of the prince, so she was like, all right, I'm just not going to go. But my whole thing is, you say you want to go to spend time with him, right? So you can still spend time with him, and you did sit there and tell Hope that this was business. So okay, they spend a couple, they spend some hours or whatever, just kind of hanging out and do their own thing. And then when you get there, you can just resume it back to business. So again, I don't understand, why do you just not try, okay, so you can't get the jet. You're rich. Go first class. You'll still get there. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I think she's just kind of frustrated with the whole thing. And she's like, you know what, let's not just stay here and just do business or whatever. Now, Hope comes in there, and Hope's all like, oh, our parents are getting away and just kind of doing their own thing and just having a good time. And just really kind of just being kind of extra about it. While stuff is like, this is a work trip. This isn't, what I'm saying, like it's not no romance stuff going on. This is work stuff. But she's like, you know what? Speaking of work, because she's already sensing that Hope is throwing this whole thing in her face. She's like, let's talk about your line. The failing line that is continuing to, I don't know, fail. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. And even Carter's like, hey, listen, your numbers are falling short of projection. So while he's like, well, they're okay or whatever, but they're not where they're supposed to be. And he pretty much co-signed what Steffi said. So Hope is like, could you go outside for a minute? And I'm like, wait. Why is the numbers guy, the lawyer that's in the room that needs to be there, why is he just walking out? What is that supposed to do? This is a business meeting, and you're sitting there saying, Carter, can you give us some room for a minute? No. Carter needs to be there because, this is a business meeting. And also, what do you need to sit there and say that he shouldn't be there? What are you doing? Now, she said it a couple of times when he was there and when he left. Well, I was promised a certain amount of time to sit there and turn things around. Okay, well, you had your time and it's not turning around. And she's like, the numbers are down, the cost is up. So we got to do something. And Hope is all like, well, I'm not going to let you sit there and I'm not gonna let you get away with it, and you're doing this to attack me or whatever. I'm like, Hope, do you not understand? And I don't exactly remember what she said, but um, and part of me is just sitting there thinking, how selfish can you be? You would rather sit there and try to stick it to her and bring the company down with your failing line than being like, you know what? Okay, all right, I don't like you, you don't like me, but we gotta sit there and look at facts. Facts is facts. Numbers don't lie. Exactly what Steffi said, and I'm pretty sure it's what Carter said too. But no, it's Hope. That's the thing makes us about Hope. Who cares if the company want to be in bankrupt? It's fine. I get that they have issues, but I'm on Steffi's side with this one. This is about the company. This isn't. Here's the thing. Even if it's personal, if her numbers was actually really good, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. That's the truth of the matter. And I'm pretty sure she said that maybe a couple weeks ago. So, RJ, for some odd reason, decided to, he came into the house, and I'm pretty sure And I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to have to sit there and say it's two different ways. But he caught, at first I thought that he caught um, Poppy and, what the hell is his name? Bill in his room. I thought you caught him in his room. That just wouldn't make any sense. Why would he sit there and desecrate his room like that? So it's like, so let me get this straight. You knew about Poppy. You decided to just walk on upstairs and damn near almost open the door. And, Poppy Smith is screaming like it's bloody murder. Like there's a axe wheeler coming in there. So he comes in there and he gets all upset, all pissy and everything like that, and walks out. And just right off the bat, I was like, I just don't like him. I just don't like him, right? Because eventually Bill does come downstairs. He's all like, "So is that her? Is that Poppy?" And then he says something along the lines of, what about mom? What about mom? What about how many times he sat there and tried to get back together with mom, and mom didn't want no business with him? What about that? Oh, bro, you're not 10 anymore. You seem like you're damn near a grown ass man. You're not gonna really sit there and tell how this is looking for him. He's all like, "Oh, you practically moved on with another woman, and you left my mom behind." I'm like, "Shut your goddamn mouth!" All right, I can already sit there and see that little bit of angst that's just coming from him, right? So eventually, Poppy comes downstairs, and Luna gets there, and he's already like, "Oh, I want to leave or whatever," and Bill is trying too hard. He's all like, "Oh, well, maybe you sit there and give Luna a hug." And he was like, no offense. She was like, "I don't even really know her." And she's like, "No, it's fine. This is super weird or whatever." Um, and there's a point where Poppy's like, "Listen, we're not here to sit there and kind of mess up your reunion. We'll leave." But I get that he's playing catch up or whatever. But he gets all pissy. He says some things that he really shouldn't have said. And he probably just walks off. It's like, "Oh, I'll just sit there and just be with mom or whatever." I was like, "All right, then fine. Fuck you then." Like, that's it. It's like, honestly, tell you the truth. And I normally don't curse in these videos, but I'm really on some fuck Will. Like, dead ass serious. Like, he already just got on my goddamn bad side. Um, Now, Luna. Okay, so what is this? They have this thing where it's like Ridge and Brooke. You always would think Keston right in the beginning. They're kissing and everything, right? And now it's RJ and Luna, and Katie comes in there, and Katie says something smart like, "Oh, I just want to sit and make sure that he doesn't forget about his other family." It was like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I don't understand why would you even sit there and say something like that for? You just sound so out of pocket, and you come across as the jealous ex. And there's a point where RJ is sitting there even saying like, "Hey, listen, he tried to get back together with you, and so like you coming across as kind of jealous or whatever." And her and Luna get into it to a point where Luna leaves, and you know, Katie has some suspicions, whatever, but that's all that they are. They're not proof. She keeps that they're trying to conflate sus sus behavior and sus things like, "Oh, well, Poppy didn't sit there and tell y'all, didn't sit there and say anything for years or whatever. Like, what's that about?" Um, and granted, yes, that is sus, but it's not proof that or anything like that. And talk about, "Oh, she's meant to act like she didn't know who Tom was," and RJ's like, "I'm sorry, how many places have you went to where you forgot, some of the bands or whatever, some of the people that's going on, like, with your Smith, it's like you have to look like you're grasping at straws." And that's exactly what it came across as. And she's like, "Oh, well, I can't ignore my instincts." So I was like, I get that, but you're being hella disrespectful the way you're going about it. And you're coming across as jealous. So I have to tell you the truth, like in all reality, I'm kind of just like, fuck you and your son. like dead serious. Like, I have to tell you the truth, F you and your son. Both of y'all can sit there and kick rocks. Um Anyway, I can't really think of anything else, so I'm gonna sit down and stream here. Now, if I miss anything, I'm gonna try to do a live tonight. It's like 6:44 right now. I'm about to actually put this out. Um, and then get started on watching Young and the Restless. So hopefully, whatever I don't finish here, we can sit there and talk about tonight. Now, I'm only gonna be streaming for an hour. Because I do gotta wake up early in the morning. Normally, I don't. I've been thinking about not doing streams on Thursdays just because like they schedule me super early in the morning, but I've been sleeping so much better lately, like without actually taking anything and just like actually sleeping. So I'm very confident that I'm able to get some genuine sleep and not feel like, crap, waking up in the morning, which would be really nice. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna sit there and go here. Um, any comments or anything like that, leave it in the comment section. Share the videos. If you can share this video, especially because I want these B&B numbers to do good. I'm enjoying Days. For some odd reason, Days was actually getting higher than B&B, which I still don't understand how. But I've been sitting there trying to do 2 videos. GH is, well, I mean, it's GH. So there's nothing else to sit there and say about that. But I've been thinking about just doing Bold and Beautiful more than Days of Our Lives. I don't know. Days of Our Lives numbers have been kind of down lately, and I know usually B&B numbers are actually pretty high. So share the videos. Definitely help. If you want me to sit there and do more B&B videos and Days of Our Lives, it would definitely help by doing that in the like button and sharing the videos. B&B is actually fun and is, let's be honest, it's a lot easier because there's less characters. I mean, hell, I can do Y&R. I would love. Here's the thing: I would love to do Y&R. Y&R is probably literally the lowest of the totem pole for my views, and yet is the ratings are higher for Young and the Restless than they are for General Hospital, and I do not understand how is that possible. But yeah. So yeah, with this, hit the like button, hit the share button. Definitely helps. Maybe at some point I'll sit there and try to start doing some Y&R videos. And if y'all can share those too, then because I would love to do Y&R videos. I'm going to be honest. There's rare times that I would love to do a Y&R video more than a Days video, depending on the episode. But the numbers, so can help that out. Sharing the videos help. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and hopefully I'll see y'all later on tonight. And yeah.